Step into the intriguing world of Paternity Court as we delve into a thought-provoking episode that shines a spotlight on the complexities of racial bias within paternity disputes. In this eye-opening exploration, we'll navigate the sensitive terrain of identity, family, and societal perceptions. Well, folks, Mr. Hoyer and his mum, Miss Gentry, are here to unveil the mystery of Mr. Hoyer's paternity, claiming he's the offspring of the late Mr. Horn, who tragically met his end in a bike accident. But hold on to your hats, because the Horn clan, featuring Miss Horn and Miss Porter, isn't buying it. They insist Mr. Horn never sired any kids. Mr. Hoyer, the self-proclaimed bloodhound of family connections, has a convincing argument. He recalls the day his mom's boyfriend remarked that he resembled his father, the late Mr. James Horn. So naturally, Mr. Hoyer went on a mission to find his roots, and lo and behold, he stumbles upon his alleged uncle, Mr. Arthur, who confirms his suspicions based on the uncanny similarity of their hands. It's like a genetic game of who's your daddy.
So I stuck my hands like this. Yeah, just small hands with the long fingers.
Now here comes the twist. Miss Gentry, the master of uncertainty, casts doubts on Mr. James Horn being the biological father. She hints that there might have been another contender before him. But Mr. Hoyer remains steadfast in his belief that he's found his long-lost family, and he's ready to let the DNA results do the talking.
Intimate with another man before Mr. Horn.
As the layers of this family mystery unravel, we learn that Miss Gentry and Mr. James Horn had kept their romance under wraps, fearing their family's rejection. But Miss Porter and Miss Horn insist Mr. Horn never mentioned Miss Gentry or their relationship. Drama alert.
They know nothing about you or your son.
Miss Gentry drops a bombshell. When she gave birth to Mr. Hoyer, she tried to reach out to the Horn family, hoping to connect them with their potential grandchild. But they shunned her away, believing she was spinning tall tales. Oh, the family secrets and drama are getting thicker than a pot of gumbo.
I said, no, get out of this house and don't come back.
Miss Horn, fighting back tears, expresses her deep emotional turmoil. She'd be devastated if Mr. Hoyer turned out to be her brother's child after all these years. But with Miss Gentry's doubts still lingering, the Horn family is hanging on the edge of a cliff, ready to tumble into the abyss of uncertainty.
You might always be the mother, but you're not a mama.
Mr. Hoyer, whose life has been a roller coaster ride through foster care and feeling like an outsider, clings to hope that the Horn family will embrace him. He's tired of being taunted and unaccepted due to his biracial heritage. Talk about wanting a sense of belonging.
Not a family that will despise me just because I'm biracial.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the grand reveal. Drumroll please. Surprise, surprise. Mr. James Horn is not the biological father. The Horn family is left heartbroken, and Miss Gentry shoulders the blame. Miss Horn, driven by her emotional attachment to Mr. Hoyer, promises to stand by him regardless of the DNA results. What a whirlwind of family drama! Of paternity doubts, all to find out if he's the lucky father of Trinity, his cougar girlfriend Miss Wood's daughter. Talk about a roller coaster ride through the drama department.
Which man fathered your 2-year-old daughter?
Mr. Baker's doubts sprouted like wild rumors when he caught wind of the jaw-dropping gossip that Miss Woods had a passionate rendezvous with none other than his best buddy, Mr. Dudley, his trusted comrade of a decade. The ultimate betrayal, right? Who needs foes when your own BFF is making moves on your lady love?
Y'all don't understand that, but the thing of it is, we had a little too much to drink.
But wait, Miss Woods, the queen of multitasking, proudly reveals that Trinity is her 12th child. Yes, you heard it right, 12 little ones. It seems she's got her own personal soccer team lined up, and she's absolutely certain that Mr. Baker is the latest addition to her list of baby daddies. Kudos to her for keeping score.
Nightclub, whatever.
For the party.
Yes, and
But hold on just a moment. Mr. Baker wants the world to know that he was on cloud 9 when Miss Woods got pregnant. The sheer joy. However, during the 8th month of her pregnancy, his dear cousin dropped a bombshell. Miss Woods had also been getting cozy with Mr. Dudley. Well, that's one way to cast a shadow over the baby shower, isn't it?
Dudley was intimate with her
Poor Mr. Baker had been down this rocky road of betrayal before. What a surprise! And now if the paternity test doesn't go in his favor, he's set to relive those heartbreaks all over again. Life has a knack for throwing curveballs, doesn't it, Mr. Baker?
I was actually in the hospital holding the baby.
And now for the grand entrance that will make your jaw drop. Mr. Dudley takes the stage. He's here to spill the tea, and according to him, he only got involved with Miss Woods to prove she wasn't the faithful partner Mr. Baker thought she was. What a true hero, right?
Not that minute, honey, it wasn't even good.
So you know.
But alas, he couldn't bear to break Mr. Baker's heart because, well, he was deeply entangled with Miss Woods and the unborn child. A real friend, Mr. Dudley. But wait, the drama isn't quite over yet. Miss Woods taunts Mr. Dudley, claiming that her little girl definitely doesn't belong to him, and even takes a jab at his supposed bedroom performance. Ouch!
When was you gonna let me know 15 years later? What if this your child, bro?
And now, the moment we've all been holding our breath for. Surprise! The child doesn't belong to Mr. Dudley or Mr. Baker. Plot twist. Miss Woods is left stunned and emotional, realizing that her precious bundle of joy most likely belongs to a man she met before these two gentlemen entered the picture. But unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Talk about a curveball that blindsided us all. A of unwavering character, Mr. Baker bids Miss Woods adieu, putting an end to their relationship for good. He wishes her and her daughter nothing but the best, a true testament to finding closure and moving forward.
Well, the doctor gave me the wrong date. That's all I can say.
If you're loving the drama and twists on display here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our Paternity Court family for more mind-boggling episodes every week. Mr. Johnson is strutting into the courtroom with his banner of doubts held high, adamantly claiming that Miss Kirby's baby doesn't belong to him. He's convinced it's a classic case of baby pinning, and according to him, Miss Kirby's got a revolving door of gentlemen callers in her life. Oh, the drama! But fasten your seatbelts, because Miss Kirby is ready to unleash her side of the story.
I'm trying to see where it's coming from because it is not on my side of the thing.
She's swearing up a storm that the baby was planned, and she's not holding back her frustration about Mr. Johnson's conspicuous absence in the daddy department. To add a twist, the little bundle of joy arrived with some health issues, and now Mr. Johnson's pulling the albino card for some paternity doubts. Buckle up, folks, it's going to be a wild ride.
That's your conversation?
No, Your Honor.
Now, let's rewind to the roots of this entangled tale, the workplace rendezvous. Picture this, Miss Kirby saying, "Hey Johnson, let's get cozy," and he's coming back with, "Sure, but weren't you juggling two other guys at the time?" However, Miss Kirby has her side of the story. She claims that she only explored other romantic options when Mr. Johnson was nowhere on her radar. She's convinced that the baby was conceived during their passionate love affair.
Because I wanted to be clear that am I the father of this baby.
Ah, the wonders of social media, the grapevine of pregnancy news, faster than a speeding rocket. Mr. Johnson logs onto Facebook and fires away the million-dollar question, "Is this my offspring?" But Miss Kirby, the maestro of denials, quickly slams the door on that inquiry. She's playing a spirited game of hide-and-seek with paternity.
So you are actually 1 out of 3.
Mr. Johnson, on the other hand, is not holding back, accusing her of using him for food and a little bit of romance. Ouch. But wait, there's more. Mr. Johnson's got his own daddy issues to deal with. He knows firsthand what it's like to grow up without a father, and he's determined not to play the abandonment game. The struggle is very much real.
So do you feel like that's one of the reasons Mr. Johnson is not believing?
And now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. DNA results time. And wouldn't you know it, Mr. Johnson is indeed the father. That's right, folks. Prepare for the surprised faces and a pinch of regret. It looks like he's now ready to step up and take responsibility. Hallelujah! He can't wait to meet the little bundle of joy he never knew he'd have.
You are the father.